Hi guys, welcome back to my favorites of 2016. This is the final video in this series, and today I thought we would talk about all the little extras, all the little things, the paper, the glue, the ink, and all of that sort of thing. And so I'm just going to pile it all together in this one video, and we're going to get through it kind of fast, so let's get started. All right, first up, I wanted to talk about this Teflon folder, bone folder. I got it from Simon Says Stamp, and when I first saw them, this is one of my favorite tools for 2016. When I first saw everybody using it, I went, yeah, that's not going to happen. And then Simon Says Stamp had a sale on it one time, and I picked it up. I am lost without it, guys. I absolutely love it. It creases a card like you would not believe, and nothing sticks to it, but it creases so soft and so smooth on the card that you never ever get a line or a mark or anything. So I can't say enough about it. I know they have them on other sites. I got mine from Simon Says Stamp, and it's fantastic. So Teflon bone folder. That's one of my favorite tools of 2016. So now let's talk about paper. As you guys know, in 2015, my favorite paper to color on was the Spectrum Noir. I still love that paper, but this year I've switched to a Copic paper, and I want to talk to you about that because it is my favorite paper, and I'm going to tell you why. So I use two different kinds. I like this Copic mini pack. It's a very thin paper. It's 70 pounds. Yeah, 70 pounds. It's very thin. The reason that I like it is because it cuts like that on the Brother Scan & Cut. Also, it does not soak up your ink. So I'm using far less ink when I use this or the Blended Express paper, which I believe, who makes this? Is Copic? No, this is Express It. So I like either one of these. I like the Copic mini pack or the Express It blending card mix. This comes with 25 sheets. You can find it on most of your local sites where you get paper. Again, this one is, what is the weight on this one? I think it's about the same. I think it's about 70 pounds. Again, it's thinner, 250 GSMs. So I think that's about 70 to 90 pounds. Again, it's thinner. Takes a lot less ink. Now the thing about that is that you don't have to saturate your cardstock as much. It goes through, it makes the card wet, it makes your image wet, and you can blend it. And it works very well for Copics and for Spectrum Noirs, because you guys know I do use my Spectrum Noirs. I use them all the time. I've got them all. I love the colors of them, and it works great for both of those. Now I've just made a huge mess. But I can't say enough about either one of these papers, and especially if you have the Brother Scan & Cut, because it takes nothing to cut it. It cuts the first time on a low setting. It cuts beautifully. You never get any little snags in it. It's just awesome. So these are the two papers that I've switched to for 2016. So loving that. My watercolor paper, I either use the Strathmore cold press or I reach for the Ranger watercolor paper, the heavyweight, and I just cut it into A2 size fronts. It has a very textured side and a smooth side, and that's what I use for all my watercoloring. Okay, and then for cardstock, only one new item here, and I'm sorry for the glare, guys. I am still absolutely crazy about the Lawn Fawn cardstock. It's beautiful. My favorite color is this color right here. I like this one as well, Mermaid and Merman. But I like the card. I love to have the paper that matches the ink, so I'm crazy about the Lawn Fawn cardstock because Lawn Fawn is my ink color, my ink choice for my color. So therefore, I keep it on hand, and I like to buy the rainbow pack. I keep a few of them here. That way I can match it up easy, and it just works for me. Next is a new one for me this year, and it came to me late in the year, actually. The Gina K Designs paper. I've got the autumn assortment. I have some winter assortment here. I'm going to tell you guys, this is amazing cardstock. If you have not tried it, it is absolutely amazing. The colors are terrific. The quality is spectacular. Like I told you in a recent video as well, this is a new company for me, and I am so impressed with this company. I love it. I am, this is going to be where most of my products come this year, I'm afraid. And I'm crazy about her cardstock. Colored cardstock, white cardstock, cream. Her cream colored cardstock is just so luxurious. It's so beautiful. I just absolutely love it. So that's new for me this year, is the Gina K. And I'm just loving it. So that'll be something new coming up. I'm still absolutely in love with my Simon Says stamp cardstock. I order it in, this is the variety pack. I normally get it in the variety pack, and then I also get it in the rainbow pack. So those are the two ways that I order it. The rainbow pack has, you know, of course, the rainbow colors plus the color black. I really love their black cardstock. It's one of my favorite cardstocks. And I order that independently as well. And then I just order this. The colors are so vibrant, so beautiful. That way I just have it on hand. And then things like Audrey, this one. There's a few of them, the black, the Audrey. There's a few of them that I keep on stock separately as well because I go through it so much. So this is their sampler package, and then I also get the rainbow pack as well. And this one will not be a surprise for you guys because you already know I'm absolutely crazy also about my favorite things, cardstock. It's 100 pounds, just like the Simon is. They've got gorgeous colors. I like to keep these two when you can get them because they're always sold out, guys, always sold out. But I like to get the Sampler Pack 1 and Prestige Sampler Set 2. I love the combination of all those colors. I have yet to ever find it doesn't match up with any of the inks that I have. So I absolutely adore it. These are my two. I always keep one extra not open package. I keep two of these always open at all times. And I just love, love, love this cardstock. So that is by My Favorite Things. Okay, the other cardstock that I'm not going to show you that I use on all my card fronts and card bases is Nina Solar White. I use my 110 for all card bases. I use my 80 pound for all card fronts. So if I'm putting like a front panel on it like this, then that'll be the 80 pound. If I'm folding a card over and making a card, that's the 110 pound. All right, let's go into inks. My favorite inks for 2016 have pretty much remained the same. I love Versamark for anything that I'm going to be heat embossing. My favorite heat embossing powder is Ranger's Liquid Platinum. I love it. I use it for almost all my embossing needs. I just love it. Like a cross between a gold and a silver. Love it. For everyday inking, My Favorite Things has been my brand all year long. I absolutely love this ink. I just love it. I love how it inks. I love the color. It's a nice crisp black. I never have any problems with it bleeding. I absolutely love this ink. And for all of my sentiments, I almost always use VersaFine, so that's my other ink of choice. For my colored inks, I have two different kinds. The one that I grabbed for the most last year was one of two. My Lawn Fawn, which I have every color in the Lawn Fawn, so I grabbed for my Lawn Fawn, and I grabbed for my Altenew inks in the little cubes that I have. So this is the set. I got a new set recently, but this is the set that I grabbed for the most. Again, it goes along with those flowers that I like to do. The layering flowers, these are the colors I almost always grab for, the peaches, the pinks, and the greens for the leaves. I love their ink for flowers. I also love their ink for doing ink coloring on a card base. I think it's super ink. I absolutely love it. So that's the Altenew. And I just get the little cubes, but I'm thinking about getting the bigger cubes, maybe. But I just recently got a couple of new sets of this as well, but I haven't really played with them in 2016. Okay, for all of my other coloring, I even to watercolor sometimes, but for all of my card blending, I use Distress inks. I have both. I have my most favorite colors that I use. I have a big one, and then I have all of them in the little tube, the little cube as well, that I keep in the Ranger 10, the little 10s. I absolutely love this ink. One, for watercoloring, you can put it on a acrylic block and do some watercoloring. But I use it mostly to do distressing on card fronts or just to do some ink blending on card fronts. I absolutely love my distress inks. I still love my distress markers and use those all the time as well. So yeah, that's my other favorite ink. My favorite glue will also be no surprise to you. It is the Art Glitter Glue. I like the fine tip, and I also use it without the fine tip, with just the regular tip. But yeah, I absolutely, this is all I use. I never use a tape runner anymore unless it's a Tombow tape runner that's removable. If I'm going to be putting something on a card front I want to take off, if it's just for masking or something. Other than that, this is all I use. I only use my big tape runner for when I'm sending packages out now. Other than that, I never even pick it up. Absolutely love this glue. My favorite. What's next, guys? My favorite markers for finishing off a card are my Copic multi-liners. Before I got the multi-liners, I had just these regular EK tools, which you can get at Target or a lot of different places. And I would just go around and finish off my cards after I stamped to make sure they were perfect. I picked up a set of the multi-liners, and I think they're blacker, crisper, and I just like them a lot better. So yeah, this is just in case I didn't quite get a whole part of the stamp, or if I just want to go over it after I've colored it. Especially if I'm using pencils, I like to go over it. I absolutely adore this set. And then, of course, if I'm fussy cutting, I use my Memento dual marker and just go around the edges of it to make it look sharp and black around the edges. So I reached for that all of last year as well, because I was very much into fussy cutting last year. Okay, other favorites of last year, of course, was the Wink of Stella. This is the clear. It's the only one I like. I like the clear one. I equally like the Spectrum Noir Sparkle Pen in clear. The differences for me are this one has a finer tip. This one's more broad. This one has more gold. This one has more silver. This one seldom bleeds on red ink. This one always bleeds on red ink. So you just have to be careful. You have to know your products. But I actually reach for them both equally. I like them both quite a bit. So I keep spares of each one of them. And then the other one that I reach for all the time is my Jelly Roll Clear Star and my Jelly Roll Black pen as well. My Sakura white marker, which I could not find, but you know, it's a white gel pen as well. I usually use that one for finishing up my cards, but I couldn't find it. So guys, that is pretty much everything I used in 2016, other than my Big Shot, which you guys know that was a new product for me for 2016 because my Cuttlebug broke after all those years. And my trimmer, which is you know, nothing special, it's just a trimmer. But other than that, that's what I reach for every time I go to make a card. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the other two videos, and I will see you on the 2nd for the new lineup for this channel. I wish you guys a very, very happy new year. I wish you all the best health, the most happiness that you can possibly have. I thank you so much for supporting this channel and for supporting me. And I just want to let you guys know how much you mean to me. And I will be seeing you very, very soon. Bye.